South Africa beat Australia by 5 wickets in the World Test Championship final to end their long wait for a major global title. The Proteas had resumed their second innings on 213-2 and needed 69 runs to wrap up victory on day 4 at Lord's. Australia captain Pat Cummins struck in the third over of the day to dismiss opposite number Timba Bavuma, caught behind for 66, to inject a semblance of belief. Then, with 41 runs required, Mitchell Starc bowled Tristan Stubbs through the gate to cause a little more anxiety in the South Africa dressing room. However, Centurion Aiden Markram continued where he left off from the previous day as he put South Africa on the brink of victory with a superb 136. Markram, the only player to make 100 in the match, missed out on the chance to hit the winning runs when he flicked Josh Hazlewood into the hands of Travis Head at mid-wicket with the winning post in sight. That left David Bedingham and Kyle Verreynne to see South Africa over the line. Verreynne stroking a drive through the covers off Starc for a single to seal it before raising his arms in joyous celebration. South Africa's run chase was the joint second highest in Test cricket at the ground, bettered only by West Indies' pursuit of 342 in 1984. They are the third team to be crowned World Test champions after New Zealand, 2021, and Australia, 2023. Well-oiled South African fans had filtered out of Lord's yesterday evening buoyantly going through their repertoire of songs after a blissful day of batting. They shuffled through the gates on the fourth day decidedly more somber. With the sobering reality, there was still 69 runs to get. Ashwell Prince, South Africa's batting coach, acknowledged getting some sleep before Saturday's date with Destiny might prove difficult for their players. So, almost inevitably, there were some sweaty palms and a few jitters. At least until the runs required trickled down to single figures when consternation turned to celebration. There were audible gasps when Cummins' 8th ball of the morning skidded through low, completely deceiving Markram. Then 4 deliveries later Bavuma dabbled at one, which Cummins got to seam away and edged into the gloves of wicketkeeper Alex Carey. Australia couldn't do this, could they? Bavuma, who played the majority of his innings limping with a hamstring twang, hobbled off. It was an appropriate metaphor for the rest of the chase. Markram did provide flashes of aggression, cutting and pulling Cummins for 4 to raucous encouragement, before another stark reality check. Stubbs' footwork had looked suspect to the Aussie left arm quick round the wicket, and he was bowled by one which nipped back through his defensive prod and pad to hit the top of off. Ice-cool Markram leads the way. Next ball Bedingham played and missed at a peach of a delivery from Starc, which nipped away and narrowly avoided the edge of his bat. For a few moments, the tension was palpable. Having burned both their remaining reviews, a potential caught behind off Stubbs' glove, and a flimsy LBW appeal against Bedingham, Cummins left himself no wriggle room in the event of some late drama. But when the dependable Bedingham, South Africa's top scorer in the first innings, settled in his rhythm alongside the ice-cool Markram, the game was up for the Aussies. Markram whipped Josh Hazlewood for 4, then did the same next ball for 3 to bring the amount needed down to single figures. The opener missed his opportunity to provide the champagne moment when he whipped one off his pads to Head, who barely celebrated. Australia's players, practically to a man, came to shake his hand, and Markram departed to a standing ovation. It would have annoyed Markram for a fleeting moment, but soon South Africa's players were erupting in celebration on the balcony in the home dressing room. Verreynne fluffed a ramp, Ultra Edge showing he had in fact got some bat on it, before he delivered the winning moment in a more orthodox fashion on the drive. They are chokers no more. South Africa's Aiden Markram. I thought a lot about the T20 World Cup final last night, and how hopeless I felt sitting on the sidelines after getting out, and I just knew I didn't want to be sitting there again. It gave me a bit of motivation to stay at the crease as long as I could. But I never thought about the achievement or what would come with it. I just had to get the job done. It's as big and as tough as it gets out there. All the questions that I've been asked in the past have finally been answered. Australia captain Pat Cummins. You worked so hard to get to the final. And yeah, you just missed that opportunity, so it's disappointing. But overall, I think everyone was pretty pumped to be here, to make it to the final. We had a huge opportunity, and when you miss it by just a little bit, it leaves you feeling a bit empty.